Alright, welcome aboard the Carnival Elation. The Elation, 855 feet long, she's 103 feet wide, she weighs in at 71,000 tons, and she consists of 15 decks. We're going to start our tour right here on deck 15. Alright, starting with deck 15. Deck 15 is nothing but basically a sun deck. They can put out a lot more chairs. And it gives you a nice view of the front of the ship. And that pretty much consists of deck 15, which is basically on top of the grand deck that was added back in 2017. Alright, deck 14 outside consists of the putt-putt golf course. It just makes a big circle. And the weird thing, now you can still get a pretty good view of the pool area from up here. Back to there, which gives you a stairwell back to deck 15. Alright, so this is deck 14 inside. Got a little button to get in. And this is nothing but cabins. And this was added in 2017. And again, nothing but cabins. They are balconies on the outside, naturally, and there are no inside rooms, I don't believe, on this deck. Alright, this is the deck 13, and you can see, down into the lobby, and this is your spa deck. Excuse me, deck 12. I said 13. There was no 13.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
We're going to have to go through the men's side. Both sides are equal. The women's side. And this is the gym area. Nobody is in there. This is for vaccinated guests only. As you can see, it's a nice view from the front. And it's pretty much a full gym. That's what I should do. That's the atrium. And then this is the spa area. And I already kind of showed you that in the other video, so I'm not going to film that. Continuing with deck 13. It just goes into Club 02. And that's where the penguins go. I believe their ages 2 to 5. Very small. And that's pretty much it on deck 13. Alright, this is deck 11. Deck 11 is the veranda deck. It is nothing but cabins as well. Now these cabins are smaller and they're not quite as private, and I'll show you why in just a second. We'll speed this up just a little bit.
Housekeeping. Good. Housekeeping. Thì gặp ở sông bát.
Alright, so this is a little surprise area for you. Come out here. Forward on deck 11. And this is right on top of the bridge. So it gives you a nice little area to come out here and see yourselves coming into port. Got a pirate ship. And it just kind of goes around. Now the one thing nice about it is if you come all the way out here to the wing, you can see all the way down the ship, the side of the ship. They're still doing their lifeboat drills. And then you notice how these balconies are very small. This is the veranda balconies. Very small and really no privacy unless you're way down there. Alright, continuing on outside to deck 11. Again, the atrium. Still decorated for Christmas. Now deck 11 is always reserved because above us are suites. They are called presidential suites, and they are huge, and there's only 2 of them. Up here on the port side of deck 11, you have the smoking area. But now this is the only place you can smoke. Have them open so you can see what's inside them. Doesn't look real comfy to me. But I guess if it's getting in there and being uncomfortable or drowning, I guess you'd take it. Again, the pool area from deck 11. Alright, we're not going to go back up on deck 12. All that is, again, right by the funnel is a seating, laying out area with lounge chairs. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to continue on to the aft of the ship on deck 11. A little bit of shuffleboard here. This is going to bring us back to Waterworks. We have the ping pong table. We have Waterworks again. I'm just going to show you the back, and then the other side is identical to this side. So then we'll go down to deck 10. As you can see, we are
really good at with
the iconic view of Atlantis. You can always tell that we are in Nassau. And then there's Serenity down below you. On deck 9, we're going to go down to deck 10 first. And again, it's the same on both sides. Alright, this is deck 10, the Lido deck. And I always to Nassau. And the bar area. This is the deli. They're just in between breakfast and lunch. And then we have the pizza pirate. And then the best part of the cruise is swirls. They got yogurt and they got ice cream on the other side. And they're starting to transition from breakfast to lunch. Same thing on both sides. Make your own beer. Tacos, burritos. Now, one thing I like about the fantasy class ships is they have this drink area out here, so if you want to come out here in the morning and enjoy your coffee, you can stay outside. And after breakfast is done, the guy's burger joint will take over, making those delicious burgers with the topping bar here. And then you have the topping bar for the blue iguana on the other side. Then we have the pool area. Not a big fan of the stage in the middle of the ship. But they generally have quite a bit of seating out here. Now this stairwell here, I always like to say that the fantasy class ships are topsy-turvy because most of your promenade decks are on deck 5. On the fantasy class ships, deck 9 is your promenade deck. So you can take those stairs right down to the promenade deck, which brings you down. I'll show you when we go down to deck 9 where it comes out at. We have the Red Frog rum bar. And we have the Blue Iguana tequila bar over on the other side. One hot tub on this deck, and then your main pool. Brings us back into the atrium again. I'm sure you're tired of seeing the atrium, so we'll skip it. Still decorated for Christmas. And as you can hear, they're still playing Christmas music, which I'm all about it. Alright, and that pretty much is the end of deck 10. Alright, we'll start deck 9 forward. The most furthest point you can go is upstairs in the theater. Pretty much just like all the other theaters. Line of sight, sit in the middle. If you sit up top, you're going to get all these poles in your way. But for a small ship, it is actually a pretty decent sized theater. And we'll show what it looks like from the bottom here in a second. Alright, so continuing on deck 9. This is Pixels. Now they still have all the old ways of getting your pictures, and that's looking for them. always like people that ask, how do I know it's me? I know where to find my picture. Alright, so the Noisy Arcade, it's a very small one. We were just on the Carnival Magic and it was huge. As we continue through deck 9. Now Pixels is where, if you're a diamond or a platinum member, this is where you got to come get your gift. Anybody want to buy some luggage tags? And now the pin don't even have the ship on it. It just says Carnival on it. Now this is the casino, naturally. We can film in here because it's closed. We have 2 roulette tables. We have blackjack, plenty of slot machines, and down at the other end down there, we have a roulette table. And there's your cage. Wasn't very good to me last night. Started out good, naturally. Gave it all back to him. All right, we have the coin pushers here. I'd love to show you something here. I'm not sure if I can find them, and you can see them in the dark. Okay, the object of the game is to get those chips, okay, and spell the word bonus. Notice anything funny about that one? Notice anything funny about that one? Or do you notice anything funny about this one? You can't spell the word bonus without an S. Just thought I'd throw that in there. All right, so again, this is the promenade deck. Plenty of seating. Up there is Bonsai City. Okay, as we go back down, start to go aft. Here's your bar. The bar is not actually in the casino as most are. Now remember, as of December 28th today, there is no more smoking inside the ship at all, including the casino. So there's your other entrance coming out of the casino. And this is your band that's still the old style right by the casino. Here's that stairwell I was telling you about. We can take that and go right back up to the lido deck. Then we have, this here is Romeo and Juliet Lounge. This is where they do karaoke. And it is midship. And there's your stage. All right, so here's your specialty coffees just outside the Romeo and Juliet Lounge. Now this is something they did. This is just real quick, your cherry on top. It's a standalone little handy store, not like the other ships. Now this was the weird part that they did. This is the comedy club now. This used to be a nightclub. They turned it into the comedy club. And they got a bar in here. And we have the same Sid Davis comic all week. Now it looks a little bit smaller, but as you come around the corner here, you can see that there's extra seating over there in the corner. And then they also have the TVs on the walls, which shows the camera, the show live. All right, as we come out of the comedy club, we come back to the jewelry store here. This is just one of the jewelry stores. And then we come back here to the aft of the ship. Now this is where they made a lot of changes. Now you have your elevators here that'll take you back up or down. You have the alchemy bar right here at the aft. Now right there where I'm pointing, that was like the Starlight Lounge on the Paradise. This is the only ship that they took the show theater where they used to do the comedy clubs, and they added 36 balconies and cabins in here. So they have both inside and outside. The ones to my left, to your left, are the balcony rooms, and ones naturally on the inside are the inside rooms. It was 36 added when they did the grand deck on the front. The ship spent a month in dry dock. But what's cool is you can come out these doors and you can come right back here to Serenity, where they have about it is when waifu is missing, you want to get in the shade, you can go sit underneath. So that completes deck 9. Now the only other real problems about deck 9 here is there's no way to go down. You have to go back up or go through the cabins. Okay, this is all the way aft on deck 8, and this is the rear dining room. There's only one deck. There's only one deck on this. As most ships, you cannot get from the rear dining room to the middle dining room because of the galley. Okay, working our way back to the forward part of deck 8. This is the Imagination dining room. This is actually where they do the anytime dining. Again, only one deck, one floor. Lead us back out here, and to our left is going to be Duke's Piano Bar. And then across over here, it's the library, but it's also where they do the chef's table. But it's mostly just the library. Then we have a liquor shop, which is closed now because we are in port. We work our way around. You have Club C, which is over there on the other side, which leads us back here to the theater and more shops. Again, this is all the way forward on deck 8. Now, you can try to go in here. Whoops. And then again, just the bottom floor of the theater. Again, a lot of line of sight problems in here with the poles underneath. And then the gift shops. And that pretty much completes deck 8. Okay, starting on deck 7, all that is cabins that are all forward. This is where you will board and disembark. This is where your excursion desk is, your ATMs, and your guest services desk, and the center bar. And then down the middle, then they do have your computer stuff way over yonder. And then you have your art gallery here. And then this goes back, and then on both sides of the ship is nothing but cabins as you make your way through the art gallery. Okay, deck 6 is nothing but cabins. Sorry, excuse me. From forward to back. Deck 5, again, nothing but cabins all the way down, front to back. Deck 4, you guessed it, same thing, nothing but cabins, front to back. Deck 3 is the exit.